Hi, this is Mike Taylor from Web-Based Recruitment, and today I'm joined by Eric Offner, who's the Managing Director of Careerbuilder Mobile based in the United States. Now, we're delighted that you're going to be speaking at the Mobile Recruitment Conference on the 23rd of October, and you're going to be talking specifically about using mobile as an employee engagement tool. But before we get on to that, perhaps you'd be kind enough just to let us know all about Careerbuilder Mobile and the sort of things that you do there.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good. So at CareerBuilder, we actually had our mobile app. We had an iPhone app that started actually in 2008, and obviously as time had passed, we were starting to see the data really change.
So iPhone app in 2008. That's just after the iPhone came out, really. So you were quite an early adopter.
Yeah, it was. We launched it in July of 2008, which is about a year after the iPhone came out. And really, we built it just because it was something that we wanted to check out and see what type of response that we would get. And then from there, subsequently launched our Android app, and then also the mobile website. But like I was saying, in 2010, we actually saw the data really jump. It started to change. So we were hovering around 300,000 hits per month on the mobile platform in Q1, and by Q4 we were seeing nearly 2 million. So it was like a really instrumental year. Also that year, our customers were asking us, "Hey, we need to get involved with mobile. What can you do?" And really, that became the birth of CV Mobile was in Q4 of 2010, and we started out building mobile career sites for our customers. We have over 100 customers that use have purchased mobile websites from us, and every week we get a few more that we're doing. So I'm pretty busy, especially.
It's not just in the US, is it? You have clients in other countries as well, I understand.
Yeah, we've done sites in London, in France, in the Netherlands, Norway, and India. So yeah, we've done some other sites too.
I thought it was interesting what you said about 2010, your clients coming to you saying, "What can you do?" Because I think the thing with mobile, it's very much the client driven, isn't it? And I think a lot of cases it's the companies trying to catch up with what the clients want.
That's exactly right. So it was, at the time I actually got to go on a lot of meetings with customers, and initially, mobile seemed to be very much driven around SMS and texting and what can I do with candidates. As you know, texting is somewhat, it's not entirely invasive today, but at the time, not everybody had unlimited plans, and there was a cost. So there was some fuss around. Well, you're going to market to me and then charge me. My provider's going to charge me for you to market to me. So there were some issues around that and privacy and things like that. But I think that as the mobile web began to develop, and cutting edge companies began to create mobile websites and also really good apps, the users started saying, "Hey, I like this. I like to use my phone for more things." And I think careers is very much like a shopping experience. You're shopping for a new life, or a new job, or a new company. So how can we best set up to deliver that experience on mobile? What's the thought process? And we wound up closing a few deals in Q4 and getting some businesses off to the races. And luckily, they've stuck with us, and we've learned a lot. So that, I think, over the course of 2 years, is one thing that we benefited from getting out and doing this early. Was we learned a ton about how to best represent companies on the mobile web, and then native apps as well.
So tell me about the employee engagement part of this now, because you've obviously moved on from, you're still providing the apps for clients, but you're taking it another step further now. So rather than from the attraction point of view, you're actually looking at it from a point of view when they're actually on board and within a company.
That's right. So it's an idea that has been developing, I guess, even for about 2 years. It initially started out as just looking at employee referrals. So obviously that's a talent acquisition kind of spin, and how cool would it be if every company in a business always had every opening for their company in their pocket. So if they did meet somebody that they thought would be a good fit on an airplane or at a party, typical exchange is maybe a business card, or maybe I'll reach on LinkedIn later. The idea is, the beauty of mobile is speed. So is there a way to allow for someone to make that exchange or that interaction or transaction like on the spot? So we thought, wow, mobile could do that. And then as we started building and doing R&D, we started looking at, wow, you know what, you can actually take this a step further, because now you have a captive audience. So we talked about, you look at a lot of the social sites. So, people are willing to share things. So let's make it to where not only leadership could share ideas or things going on with the company, but let's let the users generate content as well, and ask questions and, share pictures and things like that. So in a way, if you think about it, the idea of you, maybe there's people that do use Facebook and Twitter and do a lot of sharing there. They may not share things about their job. Frankly, the people on the other end may not care your work situation. So is there a social outlet for something like this, where almost like a company, is there a way for a company to have a conversation with itself?
Oh, right,
and that's where the idea was like, wow, that is probably something that we could do. So again, we've been working on that platform, and we've gotten to the point now where it's about ready to go, and we've got a couple companies that are piloting it here at Careerbuilder. We have our own version of the app as well, and it's fun to see new people joining and putting their picture and creating their profile and making comments. And then the other thing is, you can actually see the fact that people are making employee referrals on the app too, through the newsfeed portion. So for all intents and purposes, it's working. The important piece is adoption. Will people put this app on their first screen?
Right.
Along with their email and music and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those apps. So, is this an app that's going to be important enough for them to put on their first screen? So that's what I have in my head. Like, it's got to be a first screen app, or it could potentially suffer and not have the usage that it needs and things like that. So that's really our focus.
Oh, fantastic, yeah. And that's all internal, isn't it? Like an internal social network in a way, is it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, well, thanks very much for your time today, Eric. I look forward to seeing you in London on the 23rd of October, and it sounds like it's going to be a real fascinating presentation.
Great. I'm looking forward to coming out. I appreciate you having me.
Thanks so much.